ThaBoxingvoice.com here live with Coach Bullet. What's going on, Coach?
Always grinding, baby. Beast boxing. You know what it is.
I see you, man. Obviously, I got to see the fight with Tristan Caruth. He got the decision win.
Yes.
He remained in the heavyweight division.
Yes, but that guy was 235, 240. We was 201. It's just a big guy, you know what I'm saying? But he listened to the game plan. We gassed him out. We finished it strong in the 5th and 6th round. But it was a tough fight coming back off of a long year-plus layoff.
How soon do you want to see him back in there?
He'll be back in July.
Okay.
Keeping him active. But we're more gearing to our cruiserweight. You know what I mean? Because he naturally came in heavy to Vegas, and he's shed so much weight. He's way under 200.
For sure. So July where?
I should be back in Texas.
Okay, that's good. And that's originally where he's from, no?
Yeah, he's from Arlington, Texas.
All right.
Yeah.
So what have you seen with your small time being with him?
Just that he's a great kid. He's a great listener. He has a lot of dog in him, and I love that. But we're just trying to make him understand he got to box and fight. We just don't want to fight because your career is longer when you do both.
And you're taking him back down to cruiserweight, so you see him being a champion there first.
Yes, absolutely.
So you think you can have this guy long enough to make him a 2-division champ, cruiser and heavyweight?
Yes, absolutely.
You see the talent for a heavyweight title as well.
He has a major skill set. I mean, he was able to display right there his first fight back in over a year and a half. But as the fights go, you'll be able to see what this kid got. He's a monster.
For sure. How many fights left with Golden Boy, do you know?
He still got a good contract left with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to next Saturday, May 13th, obviously, your fighter, Rolando Romero, gets back in the ring with Ishmael Basurro. The belt is now vacant.
Yes, sir.
Alberto Puello tested positive and was stripped.
Yeah.
So the fight proceeds.
Yes. I mean, the guy, Barroso, is actually the next up in line anyway. So it kind of worked. I was going to fight him next, regardless. So he's the next guy up. He's on deck. So now it just happened that he's fighting for the title, for the vacant title with us, and just trying to get rolling to that big crown.
One of my callers, because we do a daily podcast, they actually threw your name in the hat for Ryan Garcia after he got rid of Goosen. Obviously, all the fight fans are like, who should train him? Someone said your name because they feel like you ride for your fighters. They're like, look at the way that he's treating Rolly. He's treating him like he's a star even after a loss. But truly, Rolly's getting a title shot after a loss.
Exactly.
It looks like he's on track to be a star. What's your thoughts of Rolando Romero? How far can he go? And would you entertain training a Ryan Garcia, even though him and Rolly have had some heated exchanges?
Good sparring sessions. But now they got me respect for each other. But actually, first thing my answer is Rolly. Rolly, sky's the limit for Rolly. We know he started late at 17. He's already fought for the world title versus the dog of the division, Tank Davis. So with that learning lesson, we're not gonna say a loss. With that learning lesson, he has matured majorly. He's made jubilees in his patience and his defense. So we're not gunning towards him being so aggressive and just aggressive. We want him to box, be aggressive, and show his defensive skill set as well. Now about the Ryan Garcia thing, anybody that I touch, they know I'm a ride or die for him. Second of all, I'm gonna put that dog in you. Ain't gonna be no quitting, ain't gonna be no crying, none of that. Either you gonna fight, go out of your shield, and it's no other way. You know what I'm saying? We in the hurt business. Sometimes you get hurt, sometimes you put the hurt on them. That's just the way it is.
So I see now you're also working with Serena McCoy.
Serena been working with Serena for years.
Okay, so what's next for her? She just signed a split T, so I'm assuming she'll start getting some fights, probably on ESPN. But have you heard anything about what's next?
Yeah, we're fighting for the IBO. I think coming up her next fight. So that's our first tackle. And
when is that?
This is I think about July or something like that. Actually, I really don't know the date yet. I'll talk to her father and then I'll get the full information from him.
Okay. And obviously it's big fight weekend tomorrow, Canelo Alvarez. I'll try and get this out as soon as possible. Your prediction for this weekend, what does Canelo do off the back of, his win over Gennady and surgery? This is a mandatory in John Ryder.
We're gonna knock him out. Canelo gonna stop him.
What round you think? Early half of the fight? Or
I give him like 8, 9, just for Canelo to warm up, get all his time and everything, get his length and his rhythm, and let the guy gas down a little bit with all his ambition, and then he'll travel.
I have to ask you, Rolly went on social media and said that based off what he's seen in the Ryan fight, he feels he gave Tank his toughest fight.
Of course.
Do you see Rolly and Tank having a rematch?
I would love for it to be a rematch with Tank and Rolly, because it's two of the biggest punchers in the division, with 235 and 40, both division. And the maturity that Rolly has gained after taking that learning lesson is really made a big difference in his career. He's so focused, so dialed in. He showed a lot of great things in sparring. Like, he's barely getting touched in sparring. He's using the leg, the perimeter of the ring a lot. And that's one thing that I'm glad he's come to that level now. Remember first I was happy about him using his jab against Avery Sparrow back in the day. And now he's using his jab, he's using his footwork and great defense and patience.
This rematch, where do you see it taking place? Obviously, Tank had put rehydrations on Ryan, saying he's too big. Now that Rolly's gone up to 40, if he wins a world title, do you see a regular weight or a rehydration and catch weight?
It has to be 140. We're not doing no rehydration catch weight. We're not doing all that, all the total advantages to them and all that. They already got the advantage, they got the experience, as people would say, or I know. So guess what? That's all the advantage you need. So let's play fair. We fight at 140 for Rolly's title, because we're gonna win the world title May 13th. And now we fighting for a belt. We're not fighting unless we fight for a belt from here on out anyway. What's the point of that? That's an exhibition.
Now, if Rolly wins this vacant title, would you offer Ryan a shot? You guys have history. Ryan's a big name. They did 1.2 million pay-per-views. We haven't seen that in a long time.
Yes,
is Ryan an opponent that you would like to see your fighter with?
I mean, anybody that's at 140 that could bring a draw, fight for a title, and put on a good show, we're 100% with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just time for us to go up.
Well, Coach, a few more. Obviously, we're here. Devin Haney is about to walk in. He's fighting Lomachenko May 20th. What's your thoughts? Experience there, youth on the side of Haney, experience on the side of Lomachenko. How are you picking this fight?
I got Devin on a couple of things. I got Devin on youth, Devin on punch volume, blitzing him in the first 6 rounds, doing a lot of points, putting him behind on points. So you got to play a catch-up game and a desperation game. Then I have just Devin just being a smart defensive fighter, period.
So who do you think is going to be the last man standing? Right now there is 3 people still left at 35 with big names. Devin, Tank, Shakur now steps into the division with the win over Shishino, putting himself slightly in position. You got other guys there like Frank Martin, Keyshawn Davis, Jermaine Ortiz, Kambosos, Maxie Hughes.
The last man standing at that division will have to go through Devin and Tank, or Shakur and Tank, and then the last man after that fights the other guy that's undefeated. And that's how we're gonna know. But like I said before, it depends on who comes in on the rehydration side of things to perform their best, because those are 3 different style of fighters. So you can't worry about what you do. You gotta be able to adapt and come in strong and ready to work 12 rounds.
I don't want to take all your time, but June 10th, Teofimo Lopez is taking on Josh Taylor, undisputed formerly, and still undefeated, still has the WBO title at 140. Tio, he was caught on camera questioning himself on ESPN last time out. What's your thoughts on that fight?
I just feel like the bigger the fight, the bigger the opponent, the more the fighters get up for, and the better performance they're able to perform. If you put Devin and Shakur on a lesser guy, they're gonna perform less, because it's just kind of hard to get up for somebody that's less. If it's not a big task or a tough challenge, then these guys, sometimes they bump down. We see it in sparring, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's good to have the mega fights to bring out the best out of both guys.
So who's gonna win in that Tio and...
Teofimo Lopez, to me, I think he's dialed in, he's focused, he's hungry. Josh had surgery and all that stuff. Theo recovered from his stuff. I just feel Teofimo Lopez could do it.
One guy that hasn't signed yet, but there's rumors of offers being floated around, is the WBC 140-pound champ, Regis Prograis. Is that a style that would make for a great fight with Rolly, in your opinion?
Yeah, he's southpaw, right?
I believe so.
We've fought about 3 or 4 southpaws in a row. So the southpaw game, we've been, locking into it. They're 2 good dynamic athletes. They got them straps, and let's go. I mean, we're not turning nothing down.
All right, Coach, man. Well, thank you for your time, brother.
All day, baby.
YouTube family, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.